So here in Spain, potatoes are a big part of our diet. In fact, you walk into any restaurant or household and you'll always find beautiful chunks of golden fried potatoes that are served as a side dish with virtually every meal. So today, I'm going to show you how to perfectly pan fry Spanish style potatoes, folks. This is the best and simplest method to fry potatoes, as the potatoes always deliver an incredible texture and flavor. And let me tell you, with one taste of these fried Spanish potatoes, you will never go back to ordinary fried potatoes. Let's begin by peeling a couple small to medium sized Yukon Gold potatoes that are uniform in size. The secret here, try to use Yukon Gold potatoes as they contain less starch than other potatoes, which means when you fry them, they're gonna have a light crispy texture on the outside, and the inside is gonna have a melt in your mouth texture. Once all the potatoes are peeled, I'm gonna give them a quick rinse under some cold running water and then pat them dry. For the next step, let's start cutting our potatoes. I'm going to cut the potatoes in half lengthwise. Then cut each half in half right down the middle. And then come in at an angle through the side to end up with some potato wedges that are about 1/2 inch thick. And as you're cutting your potatoes, transfer them into a large bowl. Once all the potatoes are cut and into the bowl, I'm going to add in some cold water into the bowl and go about 1/2 inch above the potatoes. Now we're going to let this sit here for about 30 minutes. This is going to help remove some of the starch from the potatoes. This is what gives them such a beautiful texture when you fry them. If you're short on time, you can skip this step, but let me tell you, the potatoes won't have that amazing texture to them. After about 30 minutes, I'm going to drain the potatoes into a strainer. Give them a quick rinse under some cold running water. Then I'm going to add the potatoes into a dishcloth. And make sure they're all in a single layer. And I'm going to pat them completely dry. This is such an important step. If you want your potatoes to have that incredible texture, you got to make sure there's no water left in them. All right, let's start frying up our potatoes. I'm gonna grab a large frying pan, heat it with a medium heat. Add in a 1/4 cup of sunflower oil. And a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. The combination of these two oils is what makes these potatoes so good. The sunflower oil helps crisp them, while the extra virgin olive oil is what flavors the potatoes. After heating the oils on a medium heat between 4 to 5 minutes and it's nice and hot, I'm going to start adding the potato wedges into the pan. You want the thickest part in the bottom. And very important, make sure to cook these in batches to not overcrowd the pan. You want them all in a single layer. After about 4 minutes, I'm going to start cooking the sides of the potato wedges. As you can see, the sides of it are the thinnest part, while the bottom part is the thick part. By cooking them in this technique, that potato is going to be perfectly cooked through. And after another 5 minutes, I'm going to start flipping the potato wedges to fry the other side. As you can see, we're not over mixing these potatoes. That is the secret for the potatoes to have an incredible texture. After a total cooking time of 14 to 15 minutes, these fried potatoes should be ready to go. You can always pierce one with a toothpick, and if it easily goes in, they are ready to go. Using a slotted spoon, I'm going to start removing them from the pan and transfer them into a dish with some paper towels. Once you have all the potatoes, make sure you season them with sea salt. And continue to cook in batches until all your fried potatoes are done. And here's a quick tip while you're frying your potatoes in batches to keep the ones you've already cooked warm. Just add them into an oven that's at a low heat. And check it out, folks. Our Spanish style fried potatoes are done. Look at that incredible golden texture. This is the perfect fried potato. Let's give them a try and see how they turned out. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see how these turned out. I cannot wait. Here we go. Take one, seriously. Absolutely delicious, perfection in a potato. These are the best fried potatoes ever, and you saw this, so easy to make. The flavors, just that extra virgin olive oil and that sea salt, but it's mind-blowing good. Make these fried potatoes at home and I guarantee it will become your go-to recipe, and it makes for the perfect side dish for any meal of the day. Really quick before I go, a shout out to one of my patrons, David Blom. Once again, David, thank you so much for being a patron of Spain on a Fork. I truly appreciate you. For the rest of you, if you're not with me on Patreon, consider becoming one. It helps with ingredients and equipment to continue making videos like this. You'll find my Patreon link in the description box below and iCard above. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego.